Hey team, Josh Wagner here with Patient Mastery, where we help awesome chiropractors just like you become the go-to DC in town, your best collections ever, with more time off and loving practice. So in today's quick training, I'm going to share what happens when the practice panic hits. This is all based off of an email I got from an office manager with these exact terms, and you could probably relate. So let me know if you've ever experienced this. Practice is going along fine, humming, you're focused, it's growing, it's going well, and then seemingly out of nowhere, not because of COVID, not because of fear of a recession, new patient numbers start going down, startups start going down, retentions start going down, referrals start going down, volume, collections, profits, and it doesn't seem like you're not distracted from something family-wise or outside. Like, it's just what's going on. What have you? That's the practice panic. It's gonna happen in your career if it hasn't. Oftentimes annually, a few weeks, a month, it happens. Now, what matters is how you respond to it. So oftentimes when we get in the practice panic, here's what we do. We get mad at team, which doesn't help them perform better, and it's probably not their fault. It may be, but if it wasn't happening before, it's probably not their fault now. We start chasing shiny objects. So you have more time, you're on social media, you're looking at done-for-you services. You don't have to do anything, just click here, pay some money, and patients are gonna flow into your office that wanna pay you and wanna stay with chiropractic for life. I've never seen one of those in existence, but I see a lot of ads for them. So we start throwing money at done-for-you, shiny object, silver bullet solutions. We get mad at team. We blame factors we have absolutely no control over. So 2 years ago, it was COVID. You had no control over what the restrictions were gonna be, when it's gonna change, people's attitudes. Looming recession. You have no control over what's happening in the economy. Is it okay to be conscious of it and aware of it, but to start already blaming it and say, oh, things are gonna go down? I don't know one chiropractor I worked with who didn't grow in 2020 and 2021 through the worst global catastrophe and pandemic that our generation has ever experienced. Knowing that, a recession isn't even going to come close to people not wanting to leave their homes, not even close. So if you're in the practice panic already before something that may happen, but you don't know will happen, you gotta snap out of that. So those are all the things we go to, and none of them are gonna help you out. Think about it. You probably know people who went from rags to riches, were stuck. Did they ever attribute it to and I'm just throwing it out there, there's nothing wrong with done-for-you services, but, oh, I found the silver bullet in this done-for-you service that took me from rags to riches for my career. No, it doesn't exist like that. No Olympic gold medalist, Oscar award winner, Nobel Prize winner ever says, I attribute my success to this person or community that did it for me. What do? They have a long list of people who supported them and helped them on their way for them to do it themselves. Big difference. So now getting back to the practice panic, what should you do? Rather than looking at, okay, where do I need this external help or external factors, or blaming my team, or thinking you're handcuffed because you can't do anything about the economy, immediately get back to your why, W-H-Y. Why did you become a chiropractor? Why did you get into practice? What was your vision? I bet you haven't really focused on it, looked at it, written it down, revised it, tweaked it in a long time. We have an exercise in Patient Mastery called the 7 Whys. I didn't create it, but it's phenomenal, and it immediately anchors you. When you're gonna start learning new groundbreaking strategies to put in your practice, you're gonna have a newfound sense of energy, passion, purpose to actually do it, rather than feeling overwhelmed with new learning. Get back to your why. Why are you doing what you're doing? For yourself, for your family, for your future, for the legacy you want to leave, whether it's chiropractic or in some other realm. Get back to your why. When you focused here, you're going to start seeing things in different lights. One, are you sharing it with your team? I bet they don't know, especially during the dip when everyone's getting a little more frenetic. Are you sharing it with your patients? Are you showing up as a leader for your team, your patients, and then externally for your community. Leaders aren't there for everyone. And this is really, really important. This is what I'm going to finish with. When you get in the practice panic, you're just looking for, hey, who wants chiropractic care? And you think everyone should get chiropractic care, and everyone's stupid because they're not getting chiropractic care. That's not a leader. A leader is the person who focuses on leading people who want to be led and are aligned with them. So as a chiropractor, we often have this completely false mentality that everyone in the community, because they have a spine, should be a patient because they could benefit. Now, could they benefit? True. Should they be a patient? Absolutely not. And we bang our heads against the wall thinking, why don't more people see my website, see my signage, see my ads, and come in? No. Shift away from everyone's wrong because they're not utilizing you, and you're right, to how can you focus on helping the people that need you the most right now? And there is a huge amount of people in your community suffering with the conditions that they think chiropractic can take care of. They are open to going to a chiropractor, whether it's for the first time or their fourth chiropractor, rather than the 90% who aren't in pain, aren't looking for a chiropractor, don't want to go to a chiropractor, and just let them go. 0.01% of your town or community, if they're coming into you, you'd have a waiting list practice. So we're talking about when you focus on them, rather than woe is me, things you can't change, have someone do it for me. Anchor to your why, share it with your family, share it with your team, share it with your current patients, and then focus on who needs me most and how can I make it so easy for them to realize I'm for them, to come into the practice, complimentary consult with the doctor, using the Patient Mastery 6-question consult that has people, no matter if they come in skeptical, hands like this, my wife told me to come, or what can you do for me, or just have this crick, I need one adjustment. It gets, no matter what insurance says, even though they thought insurance was going to cover everything, has them wanting your exam, pay for it, no free exams, no free care, wanting your exam, wanting you to find what you're looking for, wanting to pay you out of pocket for care to get the results to get back to their life, and having a proven process that makes you feel amazing, positions you as the go-to chiropractor. You'd be happy if your mother was your own patient. No over-the-top, lengthy, crazy scripts, education, scare care, anything like that. And when you have that set, the mindset, the communication, the processes and the procedures for how to present care that makes people say, yes, I want this, fees, so you get paid what you're worth, not what some in-network insurance company team, the actuarialist thinks you should get paid the $17.13 for a 98941 and the patient has to pay $10. Like, when you're done with that, when you're done with the practice panic up and down, so listen, as you grow, there's always going to be dips. That's natural, that's life. As you're growing, when a dip happens, are you focused on the practice panic? Oh, this is how it's always going to be. I got to jump ship and get someone to save me. Or are you focused on, hey, this is natural. Let me anchor back to my why and my patient's why. And it's going to go back up. And then while it's going up, you be careful not to start coasting and thinking, oh, I can just sit back, take it easy. When you do, the next dip happens. So it's not that how to stop dips. Dips are always going to happen. It's how you respond when the dips are happening. Dips are natural. Dips are part of life. How do you respond to it? Just like we're at July 21st, I think. July 13th. So like a week ago, last Thursday, I was in New York and a young doc reached out to me who's doing phenomenally, like opened from scratch a year ago and is, doing better than 80% of chiropractors at any stage in their career. But he's like, Josh, my conversions these past 2 weeks, startups, new patients starting up, like dismal. What am I doing wrong? Talked to him about it. And I said, hey, look, dips are natural. It's gonna, you've been doing amazingly. Dips are gonna happen. It's part of natural, but how do you respond? Yesterday on a group call, he said July should be his best collections month ever. And I said, hey, we're only 2 weeks into July. Okay, I get you're at like weird, dismal 33%. I bet by the end of July, you're gonna be back to normal because it's just gonna rebound and natural stats take over. Analysis. No, averaging. And on the group call yesterday, we're still a week left in July, he said this is probably going to be his best collections. And that's awesome. And that's when you don't try to do it all on your own. You don't try to get other people to do it for you. You focus on your why, your purpose. You share it with your team. You share it with your patients. You focus on the people who need your help. And there's so many out there. You don't bang your head against the wall like the typical Chiro and what Chiros are told to do, that everyone needs your help. And you'll find people who are happy to pay you when you're the leader, you're the go-to chiropractor, and you use patient-centered communication. It's absolutely amazing. You can comment ready below if you want to see this process, how it applies to your specific practice, no matter your philosophy, your technique, your location, your team size. This isn't about, how to get to the $1 million practice. You may already have a $1 million practice. You want to do it better. Most docs, you're stuck in that just below or right around the 20,000 a month mark, and you need to get to 35, 40 to make a dramatic difference for knocking out loans, giving your family the life they want, and security for future retirement. Or you're below the 40,000 a month and you need to get to the 55, 60. Those are the most common areas where we help chiropractors. If that's you and you want to see how this applies specifically to your practice, no strings, of course we're going to ask you questions, no sales, nothing like that. We're just here to help you. Comment ready below, and I will send you a message on Facebook on what's the next step. Either way, thank you for all your service, all you're doing, showing up as a leader in your practice and your community and helping more people get back to their life. You deserve to have a great life for that. I'll see you soon.